Geez, we're almost 4 miles away and we only got 41% power left. 40%. See that on the screen there? Now I'm starting to get nervous again. Oh boy. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Here we are at the park with the Mavic Air 2. Got a fully charged battery, just booted up, got my screen recording. We're gonna go ahead and do a range test. Same place I did the range test at with the Mavic Mini. Remember, we got like 3.5 miles, so just had this on for like 30 seconds. I'm not gonna waste any more time. We're gonna see as far as we can get. Fully charged battery, so let's launch. We got 18 satellites, 99%. So let's go ahead and do this thing. So both sticks down and in. Probably should have opened those propellers. But we're just gonna go up and go straight that way as soon as we can. And I'm not gonna go too high. I'm just gonna kind of walk over here by the wall slightly. So just like my Mavic Mini test, we're at sunset here. You can see in the hat cam over there, the sun setting on the West Maui Mountains. Got about 15 minutes till sunset. And we're just gonna see how far we can get. I'm gonna go up a little bit as I'm going out. And just to let you guys know, I have all the sensors off and everything. So, whoops, forgot to start recording. I am gonna record in 4K. There we go. So you'll just have seen my screen for a second there until I started recording. I'll have that 4K come up now on the bottom right and in full screen also. So if you wanted to check that out, go ahead and look at the 4K. Now this is low light, and I'm not using the HDR. I'm just using the 4K 30 frames per second. It probably uses just a tad of power, but you know what? I'm not too worried about it because we want to kind of see. I mean, if you're going this far, don't you want to like possibly get some video too, you know? So anyway, that's some people just don't think you should record, but I like to record because you kind of want to see like how much you can do out here too. And then I'm also going to be moving the gimbal up and down during the flight. And it's a perfect example of what you can expect and if you can actually control it while you're going this far, not just actually be flying out for no reason. So this will give you a good idea of like how far you can go and what kind of controls you can do and what kind of video you can get. So anyway, I do have the map over there on the bottom left. What you can do, oh, you know what I didn't do? I want to pop this down here and I'm going to put my phone into airplane mode. Almost forgot to do that. So you see how that turned everything off? Still going out. Picture's looking just great. I'm going to tilt the gimbal down again a little bit. And if you look at my hat cam here, there's actually a couple of telephone lines, just like the Mavic Mini. When I did that range test, all there is a couple of telephone lines in the way, and we're just heading out towards Wailea. So let's just see how far we can go. Picking up the gimbal again to the horizon. Let's go all the way up. And by the way, guys, I'm just in normal mode. I'm not going to do sport mode for this because sport mode, I mean, you can go faster, but it eats a lot of power, right? So for this first test, we're just going to be in normal mode. I don't really see a reason to go into a sport mode for the first test. We are going, how fast are we going? We're going about 25, 24, 25 miles per hour. I'm having a little bit of breeze coming from the front of me where I'm standing. So just a couple miles per hour. So I should be doing really good. Let's rotate that gimbal down a little bit. Some people say the gimbal rotation uses too much power, but I mean the gimbal has to like stabilize itself anyway to be still, so I really don't think it uses that much if you're just trying to slowly move it. And check this out. So I'm a little bit lower today. I'm not going up super high. I'm only 62 feet from my launch point. And the mountain is dropping off. We're on Haleakala Mountain over here on Maui, Hawaii. And I'm just trying to keep the controller. If you can see my controller here through my hat cam, this is the antenna up here. I'm just trying to keep it pointed directly in the direction where the craft went. for the best signal. So looking good. When we pass over this little gully, we'll go ahead and bring the camera down so you guys can see in there. Kind of neat. This is like just old pasture land, just vacant pasture land. This is basically really dry side of Maui right here that we're flying over. So not too much to look at, but let's see what our stats are as we fly over this. I'm going to tilt the camera down so you can see the contrast on the stats on the upper right of the screen. 82% power. It says we have 22 minutes of flight time left. If I click on that flight time, our battery voltage comes up, battery temperature, and how long we've been flying. Exactly 5 minutes right now. Click on the screen again, that goes away. Let's look down here in the gully. With the Mini, when I move the camera all the way down, it seemed to want to slow down. Let's see if that happens with the Mavic Air 2. Wow, that's pretty neat in there, isn't it? I'm just going to keep rotating the gimbal down slowly until it just completely bottoms out. Still going down. There we go. So that's maximum gimbal rotation down. I'm going to click in the middle of that valley. Nope, I don't have any exposure ability clicking on the screen, I guess, when it's recording like this. But look at that. Isn't that neat? Looks like there might be some water in there too. That's coming from Haleakala Mountain, Ulupalakua. And going on down, might see some goats. Yeah, our speed didn't change really. Still going 25, so that's good to know. I'm just going to leave it down for a little bit so we can really just see in there. Wow, what is that down in there? Like a tent? Would be neat to have a zoom lens right now. And I'm seeing something white might be moving down in that valley. You guys let me know what you think that is if you saw something. I'm going to slowly pull the camera up now. And we're going to see what we can see. I minimize my little map here. I had that open. I'm just going to minimize that for the time being. And I'm just slowly pulling this gimbal up. This should just be like pasture land. There's another little gully we're going to pass over. So what's our distance? We didn't even mention our distance. We're at almost 3 miles. Oh my gosh. Almost 15,000 feet. And there's the little pu'u. See that on the left of the screen, that little red cinder cone? Nice. So anyway, that's with it all the way up. I'm going to go down again to see this gully as we pass it by. This is the exact same path I went with the Mavic Mini. Pretty much the exact same time of day, maybe a little bit later. So I haven't seen one little hiccup, man, in the video on my phone yet. I'll have had that up most of the time so you guys can see what's happening. And we're just going to move down just like this. Let's see, another little cool gully here. Man, this is the exact same place I passed over. Looks like we're still because I'm moving the gimbal down as we're going forward. I think I'm seeing some cows and some livestock down there. Pretty cool. Just still going. Man, I have not seen one little glitch. Amazing. So yeah, guys, we're past 3 miles. Past 3 miles. Going on 18,000 feet. 67% power. Man, this thing is amazing. This is the new OcuSync. Is this the OcuSync 2 or 3? Boy, oh boy. And remember this Mavic Air 2 has the air sense, so maybe not so bad if you're flying out of line of sight because you'll get a notification. It says, aircraft returning to home, fly with caution. Did you see that on the screen? I don't want it to return to home, but nothing popped up like it's going to force me. So I think I might force stop it if it tries to return. I am going down to 21 miles per hour. Again, a lot of people are going to get aggravated because I keep moving the gimbal, but I want this to be entertaining and not just a range test with my screen up there. I want you guys to see how this video is doing. Okay, look at this. Canceling. Did you see that? Canceling, and we're at 63%. Remember, I went to like 50 or 49 with the Mavic Mini, and I made it home at like 0%. So this may be another 0% range test. Check out our footage, guys. 20,600 feet over there on the bottom left, going at 21 miles per hour. Amazing. I'll turn off my camera, save some battery. My hat cam. You guys should still hear my voice, see the 4K up there on the screen, and also my phone, so you guys can see all the stats up there on the phone. So, okay, so that was the first return to home, and basically what that does is it's just for safety reasons. It wants you to return to home with, say, about 20 or so power left, 20% or so, maybe even 30% if you were just to let it return to home with these drones when it wants you to, just for safety reasons. Like, say you're fighting some wind that you don't know about, still in good gimbal control. I'm rotating it up and down. Over there, check that out. You can see Molokini to the bottom left of the screen, or mid left, that little tiny island. And then you see Kaho'olawe in the back of that. And then over to the right, I think that's the West Maui Mountains. Whoa, the gimbal just went down on its own. That was interesting. Might have just hit like some wind gusts, because look, we're going like 27 miles per hour. I want to try something. I'm going to hold my finger on the screen, and I'm going to push. Okay, cool. Look at that. I'm not moving the drone left and right. I'm just moving the camera by holding on the screen and moving my finger. Isn't that a cool feature? Look at that. There's West Maui Mountains. So you can be going in a straight line and do this. That's really cool. I want to go back to R0 on that bottom little gauge there. So I've had that up too, so you guys could see that. 52% and basically 5 miles. Yeah, so we're 5 miles, guys. Look at this. I'm just going to go to 26,000 feet, and then we're going to do a return to home. And that should be 5 miles, okay? So we can say we did a 5 mile trip. There we go. Turning around, 49%. Quickly. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh, we went to 49. I hope that doesn't nip me in the bud there. So we're just going to let it start coming back. And then I'm going to push forward actually with the right stick. So with my hand, I'm actually pushing forward. See how it was only going about 25 when I let off the stick and let it come back, but now it's going 29. So, oh boy. Another risky one. We're at 47%. Man, we went 5 miles out. And I didn't even see a hiccup in the screen. Let's see how it is coming back. Not even a hiccup. I'm moving the gimbal up and down a little bit. Oh my goodness. Amazing. So even though the antenna is kind of weird on this, man, as long as you point it in the direction of the drone, we got 5 miles. So I've had the mileage up on the screen when I hit that turnaround spot, but that was basically 49%, guys. So I just really, I'm going to be hoping that this comes home. We are going faster at least. Remember, we were going out at about 24, 25. And it seemed like it hit a little wind shear gust and started going like 27 when the gimbal got kind of weird. So at least this doesn't seem to be super loud. That's good. The other ones, remember the Mini and the other Mavics, that beeping is like really loud. So I'm going to keep rotating my gimbal just a little, just off and on. I know it uses a tiny bit of power, and also recording uses a little bit of power, but like I was saying in the beginning, I really like to see how far you can get if you wanted to get some cool footage. You know what I mean? We haven't had one hiccup in control at all, or one goof on the screen, no garble. Amazing. 5 miles. Just fantastic. 41% power, and we're 20,000 feet away. Geez, we're almost 4 miles away, and we only got 41% power left. 40%. See that on the screen there? Now I'm starting to get nervous again. Oh boy. I hope this isn't a loser. Don't lose it. Very well could be, but like you see on the top, I turned off all the APAS, all the sensors. I even turned off the auto light. I made sure it was off. There's that LED light on the bottom, just in case. I'm gonna pick up the gimbal again. By the way, guys, thanks for joining me on this stressful flight. I know these are kind of stressful, but it really does let you know how far you can go with control. And keep in mind that this is not really in any interference. Look at the screen here. Look at the countryside. Do you see any cities? No. So if you're using these drones in a city, you're going to get less. Usually, you should get less range in this because of interference, whether it be Wi-Fi, electromagnetic, or structural interference. You know what I mean? In between you and the controller, like skyscrapers or trees. But here's what you can expect with line of sight. A good 5 miles plus with just the battery. I mean, we didn't even see any glitch in the range, so we could have definitely gone further. So I'm going to have my friend Justin help me out with a battery mod on this, and we're going to see if we can get farther. If you want to check out his channel, he is the Transplanter. Oh, there's a fire over there. See that thing down there? Kind of in the middle of the screen. A little bit of a fire. I can actually see that with my naked eye in front of me, and I can also see it on the Mavic Air 2. 33%, and we're just under 3 miles away. And we're going faster. I still have that right stick pinned, going 29 miles per hour. Okay. Now, would it return more efficiency if I didn't have my right stick pinned? I don't know. But that is a risk I'm not going to take right now, because then we would only be coming back at like around 25. And if there is a little bit of wind, which it seems, because remember we could only get 24, 25 going out. If there is a little wind behind it and I'm pushing forward, it's probably being a little more efficient on the way back anyway. 31% power. And we still got 2 miles to go. I don't know. Just tilting the camera down again, seeing some of this terrain. Really nothing to look at over in this desert area. But you can see how that cloud line just goes up the mountain. And I'm right underneath that cloud line. And I do have the air sense on, so I haven't seen any aircraft warnings or anything. But that's such a cool feature. I mean, if you do have that on and an aircraft is in the vicinity, I really don't know how far the aircraft is going to be away from it for it to notify you. But it does, a notification pops up on the screen, and it says something like air traffic, land immediately. So you don't want to go over 400 feet anyway, but if for some reason a lot of helicopters, tour helicopters here on Maui and Hawaii in general, they like to fly under their required limit, which is I think above 500 feet, and a lot of them break that law and fly away under that. So even if that were to happen, you would still be warned, even if you're under 400 feet as a drone pilot, and you can just, you know, drop your craft down and avoid them. So that's definitely a good feature. Okay, we're coming home. 25% power. Oh my gosh, we're just a mile and a half away. 8,000 feet. Yeah, we're coming back quick, and I think we're going to be fine. 24% though, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It seems like it's really efficient on the way back, even though I'm pushing forward full stick. So I think we're going to be fine. We're just passing over this smoke. Let's go monitor that while we're flying over. Wow, there's some police down there. That might be a legit house fire. Look at this, guys. It would be nice if I could click the screen and change the exposure, but I can't do that. But yeah, look at that. I think that's police cars. Yeah. Fire truck. They're fighting that fire down there. Let's use our gimbal cam holding the screen, and let me rotate the gimbal over while we're still flying forward. How about that? That's pretty cool, huh? Whoa. It got really dark when I did that. I think my phone just went into... Look at that, guys. What the heck? Is that a fire down there? See all those lights? What in the world? I double tap the screen. No. I wanted to maybe get that gimbal back straight. I guess I gotta slide it. See what I'm doing? This is just my pointer finger I'm doing with this. I want to get back to 0. That's such a cool feature. I never did really explore that before. I'm gonna need to brighten up my phone because it's starting to go dark with the auto sensor. By the way, I use AZ screen recorder. Let's just brighten my screen all the way up. There we go. Now I can see it good. It probably wasn't darkening for you guys, but it was getting really dark because the sun's down. Okay, where the heck are we? Yeah, we're almost home. 16%. Well, it turned around at 49 and came home with 15% almost. Definitely not a 0 flight, but pretty darn close. So we didn't have to worry about anything on this one. Unbelievable. That was pretty cool. You know what I want to do then? I have the gimbal all the way up. I'm going to go ahead and let off the stick. Watch the speed will drop. See how it dropped there? To 22 miles per hour. I'm going to see how close it's going to land up to this table right here. See what it does. Oh, I've turned off all the sensors, so it probably won't. Let's just see what it does. 12% power. Man, that was awesome. Tilt the camera down so you guys can see my area. It's doing this on its own. All I'm doing is tilting the camera. Hey man, pretty nice 4K low light shot. The sun has been set for about 10 minutes now. That's a pretty nice shot for 4K. So you can see with no sensors on, there's where I launched from. I'm gonna pick her back up. And I'm gonna cancel landing. Let's cancel it. Cancel. It's not letting me cancel. Let's hit return to home again. Hold in return to home. So I'm tapping the screen. Oh wow, it just turned the light on. Check out that light. See this LED light? Pretty cool, huh? So if it's nighttime when you're coming back, you can just go ahead and land. I'm gonna go over this table. So we're hearing beeping. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's turn this light off. And let's just fly it until it absolutely has to land, okay? Let's just fly it until it forces itself to land. Wow, turn the light on by itself again. It's not letting me turn off that light, okay? Keep trying to press that. So we're getting red flashing and we're getting this beeping. I think that was the sensors looking at me even though I turned them off. Just gonna keep it up. Let's just see how long we can fly. This will be the 20% flight test anyway. At least with all these sensors off. Just trying to get in the center of the table. That's a pretty nice little light. Pretty nice little light. It is wandering a bit because all the ground sensors are off and everything. Pretty neat. I keep canceling this landing. You're going to see it up on the screen there. Let's see if we tilt the camera down, how it like looks into its own light. If you ever wanted to do like some night flying and stuff, you know. That's kind of cool. So I just keep canceling it. We'll pick this camera back up. Okay. All the way back up so we don't damage it for some reason. Just gonna keep flying. 1%. See what happens. I'm just trying to center it on the table over and over again. By the way, guys, I did finally do an IMU. I didn't do an IMU for my initial flight test, but I did one at home. So we're going to do another return to home in another video and see if it got better, because in that flight test, it was still like 4 or 5 feet away on its precision landing. I keep canceling this. We're at 0%. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay. The park guy wants me to leave pretty soon. So there we go, guys. So we went a little bit past under 0% and it turned itself off. So you don't have to worry about damaging the battery and it just staying on. Pretty cool, man. Wow. We went 5 miles out there and we returned at like 15% power. That was pretty darn awesome. I just wanted to bring up my flight log. I think this is the flight right here. Today's the 28th. Look at that, 16 kilometers. You see my screen? I'm gonna be recording this. That was 19 meter altitude and we did 27 minute flight. So I'm just gonna click on that really quick and show you guys that. So that was our flight. That's how far we went. Pretty amazing, huh? This is just the map mode in your flight log. If you do all your flights, you can go back into this and then you can choose satellite if you want to see the satellite imagery. So remember this here, we went past that little cinder cone down there. That was pretty cool. Again, I'll have had the video up so you can see this video. You can see my phone during the whole flight. And we didn't get much of the sunset. There is still a little bit of nice sunset out there on the West Maui Mountain. Also going to do some time-lapse footage, a little too dark now. And then we're also going to see if we can get some really cool cinematic footage too. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed that flight. Pretty awesome Mavic Air 2, pretty awesome craft. And thanks for joining me on this flight. Don't forget all the links to my gear and also the Mavic Air 2, if you want to go ahead and purchase your own, are down in the description down below. Again, thanks for joining me and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.